First time to say all praises, glory and honor to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai Bashim Kakadash. I'm your devil honor, so apostle, elders, teachers, great medicine, with learn the truth, not so shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. And I'm going to send us on this verse here in Revelation 11 and 18. And I'm just going to read it. And the nations were angry, and their wrath is come. And the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, which are the Israelites. And what? I forgot. I know somewhere in Revelation, close by, maybe chapter 13, but it talks about how here's the patience and faith of the saints. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And that's a part of the reward that the Heavenly Father is going to give to his prophets, to those that endured, and to his people in general. Even though 2/3 of his people are fucking demons, that's the promise and that's the love that he has for his people. He's going to rebuild them. And to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And the destroyer of the earth is the so-called white man. It's something that's brought out at camp. It's, when you go into the seed of Cain, back then, the Lord had the, Genesis 6 and 11, he had to wipe everything clean because the seed of Cain was running rampant and fucking everything up. The sons of the wicked. And you had the sons of God that were in there too. 2/3 Jakes that were in there too. That was in league with him. And, he mentioned how the Lord had to step in. He has to step in and do a clean slate, a clean wipe twice. Because the seed of Cain fucked things up that damn bad, and going to what that trickled down into the so-called white man. He's a descendant of Cain, and what he fucked everything up so bad again, to the point to where the Heavenly Father once again has to step in and clean everything. And he also mentioned, brother also mentioned how, it was something that, it wasn't something that happened overnight. It was something that happened over a long span of time. Just like how you have now with Esau fucking everything up. Ever since he came into power, it happened over a long span of time. And when we go into that movie, Oppenheimer goes into how that nigga made a bomb. Made that bomb. Everybody knows what that bomb is. But in response to that, the heathen had to level up their armament, their war armaments as well. But this, when you, other than prophecy, when you go on a lower level, what possible reason could someone need to create something so fucking destructive that can, when you go into Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that can sear your shadow into a fucking wall? Think about that. Think about the power that's needed to sear your fucking shadow into a wall. That's fucking insane. And since then, Esau he's leveled up his armaments even more to be more fucking destructive. But no, this is why the hell, and when you even go, there's different levels that's militarily, poisoning everything, poisoning water. Not only is he poisoning water, but he poisoned water, and he monopolized the basic things of life. Housing, food, water. He monopolized all of it, things that you can get on your own. Poisoning, rivers and lakes and shit. Putting chemicals into it, pushing out drugs to people. And what happened when those people excrete those drugs? It goes in the water supply. Dumping oil in the fucking water. See, you pieces of shit look at us. You got these retard ass camps that will try to talk shit about Great Millstone. But look at what this, and you got niggas that will even join themselves to the so-called white man. Take a check and do his bidding. Meanwhile, this nigga's dumping fucking oil into the water. And all types of other shit. What was it, petroleum? I think it's petroleum. But and basic household products. I think I remember hearing brothers brought up how toilet paper, tissue to wipe your ass with, it's hard. I don't think it causes cancer, but it has fucking harmful chemicals in it. You know, the average American woman's breast milk is toxic to her child because of what she's ingesting. All of these people are dying. Everybody is fucking dying slowly. You know, the whole dynamic between men and women are completely fucked. Especially with the nigger community. Everything, and who is the root cause of this shit? The so-called white man. You know, with this whole, you got this whole faggot month coming up next week. Who set that shit up? The so-called white man. There's some Jabba the Hutt nigga looking at me, you know, passing, driving by. Who said that shit? You know, body positivity. It's okay to be obese. The so-called white man. He put it, and this isn't like some shit like, you know, pointing a finger. No, this nigga, he is literally, when you trace shit back, he is literally the fucking root cause of all of this. And you people, and it's not just one nigga either. You know, it's the entire race must be exterminated. Righteous genocide. Because when one demon is put out the earth, you know, he managed to bear seed. His demon child grows up and do the same fucking thing. That's why the Lord is it says he's gonna destroy them which destroy the earth. And who is that? That's Slakia. That's mainly Esau, the so-called white man. Going to Isaiah 24:5, they're way corrupted. The law, statutes, and commandments was meant to work in tandem with the earth. You know, something I mentioned quite a bit is a basic and a good example of that is the land Sabbath. You know, because that's an example of our laws directly interacting with the earth. Because why are you supposed to let the land rest? You know, you can't continue to siphon resources out of it, because the earth, it is a living entity. You know, it can replenish its own resources. You have all this shit talking about water shortage. Now, there's a water shortage or there's a food shortage, but not in the way that the majority of people think. There's not you know, there's not a lot of drinkable water due to the so-called white man fucking destroying everything. I'm sure you've heard this guy. He was a Jake named Moses. They created a machine that pulled water vapor out of the air, and you know, I don't even think the machine even needed to filter it. But he turned it into drinkable water from the air. You know, there is actually a way in order to design a car in such a manner that instead of gasoline, it can run on fucking water. There's a way to do that. You know? But none of these things that are actually helpful and that can actually benefit people are pushed out. All those things, you know, like what, when you go into this whole electric car thing, right? It's told there's some type of thing where it conserve energy or it'll have its own benefits. When you actually research this shit, those use more energy and use more money than a regular gasoline car. Not only that, but an electric car, man, it costs more money to fill the shit up. It doesn't go as far as a gasoline car. Obviously, it goes without saying that it's more expensive to get repaired. But you've had quite a few people that have died in those electric vehicles. You know, there's one guy that I think he crashed or some shit, and the vehicle caught fire. But he couldn't. The vehicle, those type of cars will fucking lock you in the damn car. That's one thing that'll happen. They'll lock you in the fucking car. And this guy, he got locked in the car, and he sat there and he burned to fucking death. You know, there's a Tesla robot that actually, artificial intelligence, that attacked one of the fucking technicians. Use your own eyes. What do you see? And you hear, when I'm in my car, you hear bumps and whatnot. In Michigan, and especially in Detroit, the roads are completely fucked. Even though I'm driving past a fucking big-ass construction site. The road is completely fucked up. It's fucked all the way up. All the way up. You hear it in the background. There's constant construction, yet everything is constantly fucking falling apart. Like what? Even when you go into the roads, right? They have material to use that won't fucking erode and degrade as fast, and it will give you a smoother driving experience. Because with fucked up roads, it damages your fucking car. The shit that's pushed to the people. The beliefs and the destructive bullshit that these people believe in. Who's in charge of putting that shit in your schools? The so-called white man. Who decides on the criteria and the educational standard, what you need to know? The so-called white man does. And when you take a look at these people, the majority of these people turn out they're fucking retards. Doesn't matter how much schooling they had. They're idiots. And whose fault is that? The so-called white man. School, there's a few things that you need to learn: math, reading, writing. But the majority of other shit you don't need, because you don't use. You don't need it. But school teaches you how to be a fucking slave in rank and file. That's why when you were young, you had to stop. You had to walk in a single file line. You had to stand in line. And in your job, you pretty much do and damn near everywhere else, you pretty much do the same thing. You don't have your own shit. When you go to the restroom, what's going on? You're sitting in the stall, or you're doing whatever you're doing in the stall, and you literally right next to some nigga taking a shit, and you have to hear and inhale the shit that's coming out of his body. Apartments, housing, close in on each other. That's not conducive to fucking life. And actually, that's all. Well, once again, I'll mention all these things because they're added stressors. They add to the stress of the people that's going on. To the people in various different fucking ways, man. Like what? We had our own land. We had our own little, shit going on. Our own space. But that's not promoted now. You can say, hey, you can find it, but it's not promoted. And all of these things contribute to the destruction and to the destruction of the people and the earth. What another thing? Pokies. Those things that they say they're supposed to make you immune to certain diseases or build you a better resistance to certain diseases. Which actually helps to break down your fucking immune system. And the body wasn't created for that shit. There's literally shit that you can find on this planet that can cure cancer. There's herbs that if you you have to mix them correctly, they can cure fucking diseases. There's 2 women that actually beat AIDS naturally. I think it was HIV they beat, but their body, through dieting and whatnot, their body filtered that shit out on its own. I think there's only 2 women that's ever done that. But the reason why people are so susceptible to diseases, why they have allergies, is because our bodies have been fucking weakened by what? By the constant pollutants and contaminants that's in everything. That's in food. You have pork in everything, Even if it may not say it, there's most likely pork in it. Pork in your clothing. Like pork, it has parasites. Even if you cook it, shit, parasites. We're not supposed to be eating it because the pig is an organic trash compactor. It cleans the earth, just like how shrimp do, which is another thing. as you can see for the last 10 minutes, there's a list of shit that you could go down that the so-called white man says is good, but when you do your own research, it's not. Look at this fat fuck. Everywhere. Obese niggas everywhere. Some chick walked by with a BBL, 2 basketballs in the back of her pants. You know, like what? That shit, even when you go into that, man, your flesh can rot and your ass can explode, and that can fucking kill you. All types of you got something I didn't think about. The brother mentions how you got niggas that'll break their legs to try to get like leg extensions. But the funny thing about that is your body was created. It was like, let's say if you're 5'6", and then you try to get to get to 5'9". Your heart and your body is not used to pumping that much blood and that much nutrients through that, through a 5'9" body. If this entire time it's been pumping all that through a 5'6" body, so that's going to breed problems. But what it's promoted. But like I said, I could go on and on. But the whole purpose of me bringing all that out is the fact that it says the Lord's going to destroy him which destroyed the earth. Who is that? It's the so-called white man. He's destroying the earth. He's destroying the people. He's destroying himself. The very same planet that he has to rule over and that he has to live on, he's destroying it, dropping bombs on it, polluting and poisoning everything. Drinking water. You look it up. These niggas, what's that? The WHO, World Health Organization? These niggas said all kinds of shit. How people are going to be eating cockroach sandwiches, cockroach milk. And I think it was in California, they wanted to filter urine, as drinkable water. And also they said that they tossed out that the prospect of consuming human feces as a protein source. Look this shit up. We don't make this up. There's no worldly benefit to us doing this shit. Not shit, but to us bringing this information out. But once again, when you look at all this shit, whose mouth does all that shit come out of? The so-called white man. This nigga literally said he wants you people to eat not only your own shit, but other people's shit. How about that? How about them apples? But this is why you hear us talking about how there has to, Lord, why he's going to do what he's going to do, why he kills you, why he does you people the way he does you, why he's going to do all of you greasy with the Z. Because you all have to die. You're polluted, you're corrupted. There's no going back for you. Just like these little chicks, you're stuck in your way. Your brain is seared. There's no other way except to purge you. Because you people, especially you Americans, you bring nothing good to the world. Nothing you do is conducive and and promotive of life. I know that may not be a word, but you know what I mean. Y'all don't bring life. Damn near everywhere I go, there's some old fucking person on the street. In our law, we pay respect to elderly, to those who have been in war. One of the things that the Lord hates, I think it says in Ecclesiastes, Sirach, a man of war who suffereth poverty. I'm not sure if it's worded just like that, but a man of war who risks life and limb for his nation. But then here it is, he comes back home and he's on the fucking street. It's not how things are supposed to be. And even I know someone personally who's a widow who family member of mine, deceased a long time ago, but who was in the military. He got a Vietnam War dude got poisoned with that Agent Orange shit. And he had all types of fucking cancers as a result of it. He died as a result of that shit. When they dropped that shit on threw that shit throughout the swamps and forests of Vietnam. and his widow wife, you know, because he's dead now, dead for a while. You know, there's this whole thing with Veteran Affairs where, you know, widow, you know, can get a certain amount of money for shit like that. But let's just say this: after about, I'd say, I don't know how many years, close to a decade, probably close to a decade of, you know, going back and forth trying to get that money, they finally give her the money. But get this, I'm not going to say the exact number, but the amount of money that they give her every month is under $50 fucking dollars. That's the country that you niggas are serving. But that's supposed to be a support for the, you know, that war veteran's family. But they give the woman under $50 fucking dollars a month. When once again they fucking killed him, dropping that poison on him. They fucking killed him. You know, but hope that finds all praises, Lord now, Jihad, Bashim Ashab, Bashim Gakadash, the ones of Pastor and teacher, Milson, Shalom to hopeful of Israel and instruction, Babylon, Great America.